Welcome to Albion TV presents the AO Daily Show, your source of real news in an unreal world, keeping you up to date on the latest news, events, and the great community of Albion Online. Today is Wednesday, the 22nd of April. I am your host, Shozen, and joining me today, as always, my co-host, the great Bogul.
Hello. Yes, we're here. We're live, the AU Daily Show today. We just came off a huge ZVZ show just 15 minutes ago with live action in Darkborough. What's the name of that? Dark Bow Snag.
Yeah.
Where PoE and Crimson Imperium Reborn and friends did not snag Blue Army's hideouts.
They did not. That's true. They did beat the crap out of them on the field of battle. They wiped them a few times, but they did not secure their objectives. They unfortunately were unable to take down the hideouts of the Squawk members, Aggressor and Blue Army, and instead were able to walk away with the tower, which they control still, but the shields from both those hideouts went to full, and I imagine they will be back again tomorrow, because I just don't think that Blue Army is going to mass every day.
I mean, it apparently takes 3 shields out of their hideout to mass. Huh? Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You knock down a few of their shields, they'll show up on the second to last day. The last day is too late. The last day is the day that you have to move your stuff out, and they weren't going to wait until the very last day. So they were able to accomplish their goal today. It came down to it, as in the very last moments we were watching the guys from Hammer and Sickle beat down the Aggressor hideout with hammers, but it did not go down. They ran out of time, got it down to about 33 HP.
Well, tomorrow's another day, I suppose. But today we are not here to talk about the territorial conflict that's been raging. We're talking about something important that's happening. The season 8 is coming to an end, and that has a bunch of consequences, Shozen.
It does have quite a few consequences, as I believe this is the last season we're going to see these squaddies rolling together, as it's been very interesting in the last couple of weeks as we've seen these. The power has changed in the world of Albion. This whole season was a cakewalk for Squawk, as they were walking away with 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th until just a few days ago when Hammer and Sickle finally passed BA, and then Last Warning passed BA, and now we're barely seeing BA come to defend its hideouts. Yeah, they did. They showed up. They all showed up. They came in mass, and they tried to defend themselves against the PoE alliance, but they were not able to defeat them. But they were able to delay them long enough to stop them from knocking down another shield on their hideouts. But right now, Sex with X way out in front. Aggressor trying to do some sneaky business, as Lord Varys is out there trying to bribe all of the GVG teams into coming to work for him so that he can get all the season-ending points. Because we've talked about this a number of times. There are a lot of points up for grab for a season-ending level 9 GVG team, right? There are a lot of points on the line. 50,000 season points.
That's the current the rating, or how do you say, the point distribution for season 8. Yeah, that's something we have never seen before in Albion. We've never seen before the season coming to an end with the new Crystal League. And you said it, there's 10,000 season points, 34 million silver per player on the line. A lot of fame, but I think that's the secondary thing here. But I guess, and a few battle mods. But if that's enough to catapult one of the guilds into the leading ranks, that's going to be a big surprise. But
well, we have talked about time and time again that Final Order is in position to put itself into crystals in the very last day of the season with a victory. It's got to get another 22,000 points between now and then. But if they win their 8 and their 9, I believe that gets them rather close. So they win a 7, an 8, and a 9. I believe they're in. And there's 2 8s that they can participate in. 3, technically. But I believe they have 2 solid teams with tokens. And so they could participate at all 3 levels of the 8s. And math dictates right now that if all the teams show that we believe are available for the 8s, we would have 7 victors going on into the 9s. And that means 3 matches, 1 bye. That's 200,000 season points on the line for the last day. That would be enough if Aggressor bought out all of those with Lord Varus.
I don't think he's going to get it. I think people are too proud to sell out on that level. But we will witness that live here on Sunday, I suppose. We have coverage of these matches here on Albion TV. When will we show these Shozen?
Which ones? The Saturday ones?
Oh, I guess we have both. We have the qualifiers on Saturday, and then
15 and 20, I believe.
And the finals on Sunday, 19 and 20, right?
Mm-hmm. So that will be very, very, very exciting. A couple of days of Crystal GVGs. But we have a lot more news on the line other than just this weekend's Crystal GVGs. We've got updates on what's going to happen next season for those, actually. But before we do that, why don't we get into what we have this week for news? We have... one more PSA, Bogul, before we go.
Sure.
Did you know that you're locked inside your house?
Still am, yeah.
Do you know why you're locked inside your house?
No.
There's a deadly virus going around, and we're all locked inside of our house. And there is an organization called the World Health Organization that is trying to fight this. And we, as a gaming company, decided, hey, if you're going to try to fight this nasty virus, we will help you in any way we can. So we created a handy dandy Hermes staff and a wonderful little avatar border that you can pick up for about $5 US. And that money, Bogul, goes to a donation fund for the WHO.
Also known as WHO, yes.
The WHO COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
We did very well on the first day. We had $35,000 raised in one day. And that was a while ago. I imagine we've raised quite a bit more since then. I'm looking forward to hearing what the final number is on that. But yeah, if you're interested in helping out at all and you have an extra $5 in your pocket, say you're still working, one of the rare individuals who is, go ahead and donate $5 and try to save at least, one doctor from having to buy his own PPE.
Yeah. That's the news, the plugs we have from the mothership for everybody, the very important Crystal League finals and the WHO fund. But let's get to the actual news of today. We had an awesome patch today, right? We had Queen Patch 10.
Oh, Queen Patch 10?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, okay, open up that link because this is going to take us a while to read through all of this. If you're going to open it up, bring it in a page, make it full screen. I want everybody to be able to see all this.
Mm-hmm. Final polishing of Season 8 rewards. This is not visible in-game and just in preparation for the end of this season.
Where are the rest of the notes, Bogul?
That's it.
Oh.
Queen Patch 10 today.
So we have to do another 20 minutes of show on patch 10.
I purposefully
Okay, we're opening a raffle. Everybody, go ahead and type !raffle, and I'm going to do this for the next 20 minutes. No, we have actual much more content. This is just a simple little update to prepare the end of the season rewards and get them out there. But we do have an announcement. Remember how I've been making an announcement that there was going to be an announcement about an announcement? Bogul, we're going to announce this announcement right now.
Are you talking about Queen Patch 11 or are you talking about the next season already?
Oh, Queen Patch 11? That's the next thing in the notes.
Hmm. Because I remember that you've been teasing and really going about this announcement for mobile. So I was like,
Yeah, that's in the season 9 patches coming notes.
Okay, then let's look at that.
It's the patch 11. Okay, so the season 9 patch is called patch 11.
Well, that's confusing.
And it's actually the 12th. Never mind. It's actually the 10th. It's the 10th season. Patch 11 is coming out on season 9, the 10th season for patch 11. Yeah, okay. All right, get backing around to the most important part. On Tuesday, May 5th, Queen Patch 11, also known as the Season 9 patch, will go live. This patch includes numerous updates, changes, quality of life improvements, and bug fixes that affect nearly every aspect of gameplay. Here are some of the major changes it will bring. A whole new mobile experience. Yes, we're going mobile. We're going mobile. Whoa. I can't do the song. They will take down the entire stream for 10 seconds of mobile. You can't do the Who. It's not allowed.
Well, we have been teasing this for
Did you
a while.
remember to donate $5 to the WHO? Speaking of Who?
You just reminded me, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going mobile. All right. Virtual joystick for movement that snaps to the initial press position. I'm interested in how this is going to work. Because they're adding something else here. Auto targeting of attack and spells. You're showing the screenshots? Yeah, keep that nice picture up, because we're going to talk about something at the end. There's actually if you go to the forum post, there's a better picture of this UI. And you can look at Becky a little bit better. And I want to mention something about Becky that I noticed in the forum thread. All right. So auto-targeting of attacks and spells, context-based interactions with the world, updated HUD layout, and default in-game zoom level increased, and much more. So the zoom level, it sounds a little weird, but actually you have a slider now right there with your thumb that you can use to zoom in and out, and it actually makes the whole zooming in and out much easier. And by the zoom default, they mean that you can actually zoom in and read things on your telephone. Like you can zoom into the mobile marketplace and really look at it, like, so you can read it. It's cool.
It looks pretty cool. I mean, I have been in the iOS sort of beta for a while, but that was more or less a port, right? That was just putting the game on the iPad for, just sort of testing that. But now they're actually getting a full UI overhaul. And I think the guy Mercure you see here from the forums, he has been working on it for a while. We've talked about him a few times in the past. And now it's finally time. It's finally time to, I think, because it's patch 11 and in preparation for the official launch, right? So I'm not sure if we are going to get mobile with patch 11.
Yes.
Yes. To me, it doesn't read like that. I have to.
To me, it reads like that. To me, well, okay. It says patch 11. We go back one page here, Bogul, and it says, what is patch 11, right? Season patch 9. The season 9 patch is coming, right? The first thing they say, and it takes up a giant block with a big old picture, is a mobile UI. And it says a whole new mobile experience. No, you're right. They're going to leave that until June.
I read the forums, sir, and it's like in preparation. So I was like, yeah, maybe that's SBI wording here. So
it could be. We never know with SBI. Speaking of, I just want to point out something while we're looking at this, because there's a lot to read here. It's more than we can really go through each point. There are a lot of people out there who are going to be really happy about this. I personally am going to be really happy about this. I like the way this looks on my phone. It runs. I'm excited. This way I can let my kids play. It's like the chat functions are great. There's a lot of really good things in here. I am looking forward to being able to drag and drop my spells to target people. should be fun. But I want you to look down about halfway through. You can see Becky alone there, and she's targeting something. At the end of that target is a little X, and it's got like it's primarily focused on the weapon grouping over in the bottom hand corner. But do you see Becky? Yeah, there you see Becky. Now, like, do you notice what weapon she's using?
Oh.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh. That's new.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Marcour, I guess.
Sabotage wants to point out that running this game on a phone will drain your battery and destroy the battery. Destroy your battery, like your phone will burst into flames. I don't know what a battery is, but they don't make B batteries, so I think he's just typing out his stutter. Sorry, Sabotage, but so far I think you need a better phone. I'm going to go with Attack of the Cody on this one because my Note runs it fine.
Yeah, well, that's something to look forward to. One concern I do have about mobile, that's the only one, is if we're going to see more smartphone scouts or not.
I think we will. But I think so. This is a bit of an aside. We had been talking about this. This is going to be huge for Albion. Right now, there are millions, a billion people are currently quarantined in the world right now. That is insane. And it's a lot of these people are playing games. And if we release a mobile version while people are still doing this and it runs like it does so far, and the population of this game could almost double in a weekend. Thank God those Roads of Avalon are coming out real soon because we're going to run out of space for people to gather stuff, Bogul.
Uh-oh. I don't know when real soon is, though. So we might get mobile
yeah, it's
first,
not next
though.
week. It's not. I think the mobile is coming first. It's going to be crazy here, guys. It's going to be crazy, guys. It's going to be nuts. If you guys remember what free-to-play was like when it went on Steam and everybody was like, it's free. Imagine when it's on like the Google store and the iPhone store and it's the best rated video game that they can play. It's going to be nuts.
The best rated video game. That would be fun.
Well, did you, another aside, Bogul, did you see the great review that we had from Albion recently?
Do you mean the Lazy Peon one?
Yeah, the Lazy Peon. He seems to have really liked Albion in his most recent playthrough, and that has been very good for the game. The guy's got 500,000 subscribers, and 250,000 people watched his video on his review of Albion, and he was pretty enamored with it, and it sounds like he's actually going to try out some high-end gameplay and do some ZVZs and play with some high-end guilds and give us a bit of a look back at the really high-end gameplay and what you can expect as a player in this game now in 2020. His first one was really good. I look forward to actually getting to talk to him sometime. I hope that he'll talk to me. He's talking with Lupac already, and they're working on a little bit of a project. Sounds awesome, and I hope Lupac will give us a little bit of info on that when it becomes more readily available.
Big shout out though.
Yeah. Thank you, man. If you ever listen to our show, thank you for doing that awesome review. We appreciate it. All of us really love our game. We're very, very, how do I say this? Just like obsessed with it. And when somebody actually does a service to our game, we appreciate it. So,
but let's talk more about that Season 9 patch announcement because there's more stuff here. There's
more than mobile, Bogul, but
Outland Banks, sir. The shady underworld organization behind the black market has branched out and now offers personal bank space at numerous Outlands locations. It's not immediately obvious, but basically how it will look like, I think I saw this on the test server, was that some of the zones in the Outlands will feature a little bank that you can walk to, and then you have to purchase a bank slot like you do it in the city. And then you can store stuff. So you don't have to run as far anymore to secure some of your loot. But yeah, these will be spread all over the Outlands, and you'll have some storage options for yourself, and that's going to be pretty nice because I've been ganked a lot recently, and I'm like,
sorry, Bogul.
Yeah, I went outside the city.
I've been following you around on GM and telling the mercenaries that I've hired where you are.
Are you getting revenge? Are you getting revenge, sir?
Yes.
That's unfair, though.
No. We don't want anybody to actually think I'm doing that.
I mean,
but it would be fun.
To be honest, at some point in time while we had still that podcast going on, I put a mercenary price on Shozen's head, and somebody actually tried to get him out of the city and assassinate him. But
I smelled the trap. I smelled it.
I didn't pay. That guy was an amateur. That's not.
Do you want to come out into the red zone and take a selfie with me?
Because you're so famous. Right.
Because I'm so famous. Because I got a podcast. All right. I'm going to keep giggling about this. This is too much for me. We got to start talking about Season 9.
Yes. Patch 11 brings some or the changes that will be different in Season 9. I mean, the objective for seasons is to keep them different or to adjust over time as we learn more about guild seasons and what makes them fun and what's sort of enticing for guilds to fight over. One thing that they will be introducing is a season point and energy storage system where some of the higher level territories, that's important, it's only the ones towards the center and with a certain
the mid ones will too as well, but they not to the same percentage. So outer ring won't get touched at all. Mid ring will get a little bit of a percentage, and then the center ring will take a good chunk of energy.
And season points, yes. And these will be stored inside the towers. And just before the invasion day, these will be paid out to the guild holding the tower. So if you are a sneaky guild and you steal a bunch of towers right before invasion day, then you get all the hard-earned season points. Well, no, not all of them. Minus, I think, 40 or 20%. I forgot. But there's some cut that goes away, and that will go to your guild for taking that tower. And it's sort of an incentive to defend what you have towards invasion day.
Well, it's also an incentive. They call this like a backstabbing like mechanism to get you to really go after your neighbor's stuff. Like if this was in play already, you could see a situation where at the end of the season, like aggressor goes after Sex with X's towers, and Black Order goes after aggressor's towers to get the last jump that they need in points to skip over their teammate. I think that's what it was kind of aimed at a little bit. Oh crap, Bogul, did you know there are server performance problems? Please fix the server performance. It's laggy, and most of the time Europe players and I got chokes on the MS data under the ping data without a bigger reason. This happens only in this game, and I don't know why. Bogul, can you hold down the fort where I go get my multi-tool? And I will, come over here and I will just buzz it at the microphone and try to fix the network. Or I could stay here and do a Twitch show.
Oh.
Because I'm gonna tell you, just buzzing my multi-tool at the microphone doesn't really fix the network much.
Chat, stop irritating Shozen. I need this guy for the show. All right.
No, I love it. No. Clearly, it's the Twitch streamers' fault, and they're responsible for the network traffic in the world affecting Albion, and they should, probably stop streaming right this instant and get out there and fix this shit.
Bye, guys. That's it. No.
All right. No, he made a good point. I should probably do that. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna head. No, I'm sorry, man, to pick on you. You're only like the most recent of 1,000 people to do that. And so I make fun of all of you. It's not anything personal. I won't even say your name, Kawayak. It wouldn't be polite.
Other guild season changes include season points from veteran and world bosses. Ooh, PvE season guild points. Crystal League tokens now purchasable up to level 3. There's some more changes for the Crystal League that we can look at in the specific announcements. Different league schedule and reward pools. And some penalties for the stealing of towers. Also, apparently we get a time zone map now. That's cool. Look, I can see stuff where I've been waiting for this for a long time.
The UI update.
Yeah, seeing time zones, and the next thing I need is a 2D map that's purely functional.
We're not. Okay, I know that there are players working on that. If you've ever seen the Eve map, it's amazing. Like it changes. Like you can see like glimpses of it over time. Like take shutter pictures, and so you can watch the different bubbles on it grow and shrink over time. It's absolutely amazing to watch, and I wish we had something like that. And I know there are some players that are working on that, but because of the way our API information works, it's a little complicated, and they're working on it is the best I could say. And it's a player run thing, so there's literally absolutely no ETA. But this is a huge improvement for us, to be honest, Bogul, being able to see the time zones. And it'll be really needed when the time zones change again. We were just getting used to these time zones, and from roundtable conversations, it sounds like they might be willing to shuffle it around a bit.
Really?
I do want to address that poor guy who is having network issues and stuff. There are IP tunnelers and stuff that you can use that will help you if you're having individual performance issues in Europe. You should be pretty good in Europe. A lot of people are doing well. There is individual network issues in areas where it does affect Albion and games like Albion more than your standard Netflix because you're uploading. And that's where you're really just getting the issue from. It's the back and forth, not the down. Most ISPs are really trying to help with the downloads that people are having and help people with the streaming situations and making most of their traffic designed to be better for downward going traffic. It's because most people are watching Netflix. Most people aren't playing Albion. So they're trying to make that better for the average Netflix user because we have more people using the internet at any given time than ever in the history of the internet. So they're doing what they can. Now, for people like us, Bogul and I, Lupac, we're all having trouble with our uploads. Every YouTuber that I talk to is having issues. So yes, you could be having issues, and I don't mean to make fun of your issue or make light of it. It's real. We're all experiencing it. We all know. But the fact is we're all experiencing it, and we all know. So try an IP tunneler. Exit lag is a good one. All right, Bogul, what else do we got?
I mean, we do have only a few more small additional improvements before we can look at some of the forum announcements because they have more details. Apparently, there's some fame and silver rebalance for high-level enemies, which is a PvE boss rebalance, I think. There is some terrain adjustments, which I don't know what that means. I think it's... I don't know. I'm curious. We will find out. Apparently, there is new mob and farming sounds. Marie Havemann still at work at making the Albion audible experience much better. And there's faster potion crafting, apparently.
I gotta say, she's done great. The audio has gotten so much better over.
We talked about mobile. I wanted to link that in chat so people can take a look at that themselves because I don't think we have time to, go through that very long and very detailed post. But it looks cool if you're into mobile. Look at Twitch chat. I posted that there. We also already talked about that. And I wanted to bring up the other important things that were announced today, which is the Guild Season 9 schedule and changes and the Crystal League changes for Season 9.
We should probably hit up those changes. Those are pretty important changes, aren't they, Bogul?
I mean, the basics for the guild season stay the same, right? We still have the same concept. We still have a 3 months long season where guilds fight over the territories in the Outlands. We have 3 days at the beginning, after a month, and after 2 months, where territories reset and people can claim more territories or reclaim their territories. And over that period of time, these generate season points, and whoever has the most season points will end up in the final rankings that we saw at the beginning of the show. Link that as well so people can follow along if they want to, or link that to their guild, because that's important to prepare for.
It's a bunch of weird changes to points, and you're going to want to cruise through this yourself.
I mean, the main dates are Saturday, May 16th.
All kicks off
when that begins, and that is in 1, 2, 3 weeks-ish, right? 1, 2. Yeah, 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
A little bit more on the Saturday.
Yeah, 3 weeks from Saturday is when it is. 3 weeks from the time that this one ends, which is nice because it's a shorter break between our 2 seasons. Sometimes we have some long ones. This is a nice short one. I'm glad to see a nice short break. But yeah, the season starts on May 16th, and we'll start with an invasion day like always. And then scoring for castles begins on the 17th, I believe.
Yeah, and then we have the regular schedule that I just mentioned here. The important change is the season point storage payout days, right? These are probably something to remember or put on your calendar. And then here's the explanation how the season works. We don't have to do that. There's points for territories and castles. There's, you can raid other territories, you get points for that. And it's a very interesting and important read if you are in that. And here the tip as well, small guilds can do work here. You can raid mages, you can get season points. It is very possible to make your
even more now, because they've made some massive changes to the way that points are done, and that you will now be able to get it by what is it, the elite mobs
and world bosses, yeah,
and world bosses, yeah. So that's huge. That's before you had to legitimately raid mages to get points as a small group. And my guild, one of us is in Viz, was known for doing that. They were one of the first small guilds to get gold. But now we've seen other groups get it by doing that too, such as what we were just, who did we talk to last night? Provocatia. There are only 20 guys and 25-ish active members. And they go out with 20 and they raid mages all the time. And they've gotten into gold this season as well. These world bosses, these other things that they can do to gain points, it's great for groups like them. I'm really excited to see how this helps out the smaller group getting territory points and, season points.
Yeah. The specific changes in the rule set as to what is changing is also in that thread. There's 2 things. One is the energy and season point transfer that we mentioned at the beginning of the show. And here it says, additionally, if conquered, the new owner immediately seizes 20% of all the energy and 20% is destroyed. So that's the one I was stumbling earlier about. But there's also the points, for the veteran bosses, 3 points for tier 5, 50 points for the tier 8 world bosses. That's okay.
And you will earn, this is important here, you will earn more season points the closer you are to the center of the Outlands, with a maximum of 6 times the base amount in the center. So that's 300 points for a world boss? Well, there's no world boss in the center.
I mean, if we look at the center, the world boss in the center is probably means the Wailing Bulwark, right? The Demon Friends here?
Is it? Yeah. Do you think that one's considered? Well, yeah, I guess that would be center-ish. Yeah. So, yeah, there you go. Wailing Bulwark. There you go. Let's see what happens there. That'll be a juicy prize for somebody to go take.
And now the big one, Crystal League adjustments.
Oh, boy. All right, strap in.
Crystal League matches are no longer full loot. When a player is killed in a level 1 match, they will now respawn with all their gear intact, as in the arena. Level 2 to 9 remain at full loot rules. And level 1 to 3 tokens are now directly buyable from the energy manipulator for the prices as follows. That's an interesting change, is it?
Huge, but I still say that there needs to be a cap on the number of deaths you're allowed to experience in the Crystal League matches at level 1. I would love to see a 5 death cap that says if you die 5 times, you just don't get more gear to go out with, because I'm worried with the current way that this is stated that players are going to go out and suicide for a lot of the current strategies, and they won't take the Crystal League matches at level 1 seriously, and there will be a lot of troll builds. If you make it so that there is a cap on the number of deaths that you're allowed to have, just like you would normally in a Crystal League, because you run out of sets, then you would really, I think, would really change the way that the Crystal Leagues would work, and it would make them more functional. So,
I mean, I see it as a purely, like, to me now, Crystal level 1 is purely a training ground for people to see what this game mode is, basically.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Basically, like a different way of doing arena, learning the rules, I think is the main purpose of that then.
100%.
And then, yeah, teaching people what it's all about. And then at level 2, you get your face kicked in. No.
Yeah, well, that's my concern, is there's going to be a big jump up, especially if there is no punishment for death in the crystals. Like, I'm not saying that you should lose anything. I just think that it should be making you cognizant of the number of times you die for players who are trying to participate, because you really, I really think you need to understand the effects of death in the arena, because I watch a lot of scrims, or I did when I don't anymore, honestly, because I have so many so much other stuff to watch. But I used to watch a lot of scrims, and you could see a very distinct difference in the way that players would play in the scrims as opposed to territory fights, because of what was on the line. And in a scrim, when you can just die and you lose nothing, and you can die 47 times and be just as effective, there's a difference between that and, like, the way people play in reality. And I think just putting a cap on, even if it was something high, like 7 or 10, so you could die a whole crap load, but there was a cap on it, I think would just be better. I'm hoping this works really well, because I want more people to get involved in crystals. And I know for that in and of itself, like that alone, people will get involved. But I also want it to be so that it's good practice for you, so you can get better at crystals, so you can improve your skills and do it in a way that is like the game you'll be playing on the next level.
There are more changes. Not only will the level 1 be different, there's a little change to the reward table. You get a little less for the level 9s. Whoa, I'm sorry.
Bogul, come on. Don't break
sorry.
everything.
I almost fell over. I'm sorry.
So this is half as much season points at level 9, isn't it?
Yeah, and instead of 34 million, you get 5 million. So
that's a lot less.
Yeah. But because it's apparently easier to get up there, the table had to be adjusted. There's also more frequent matches, not only level 4s, but the rest is also happening more frequently. There is a whole thread from Retroman there on the changes. We talked about most of this already, but the frequency and the comparison of matches is, I think, something we should briefly mention.
We should definitely, we have to talk about the, we have to talk about the frequency of matches. And I think that's what we're going to go out here on today, because I'm looking at the time and we're kind of getting to the end of this, and I want to do some shout outs. But there are some big changes to the frequency, the timings. Like, we have to bring it up and talk about it. Like, okay. Okay. So level 1s, 2s, 3 dailies. They are every day. You can do them. Level 4s, which used to be
twice a week,
are now every 2 days. So that means what used to be on Monday is now on a Tuesday, and then the next week will be back on a Monday, because we have an odd number of days a week. And technically, from the way you look at the schedule, it sounds like there are level 4s every single day if you look at the UTC times, because you roll over into the next day with the 4 UTC time slot.
Level 4, yeah. Like, this is hard to show on stream. It's hard to see. It's too small. So I don't want to bother everybody with that huge. See how that's the whole season timetable. It's in chat if you want to look. But Shozen mentioned it. The important thing is the level 4s are more every 2 days. The level 5s is even twice a week.
It went from twice a week to from once a week to twice a week. So you'll get that on both Tuesdays and Saturdays, and we'll be covering that. You'll have your level 6s that go to from once a month, where we had our very special episode, once a month. Now we have that once a week. The level 7s went from once a month to every 2 weeks. And the level 8s went from once per season to once a month. And level 9s stay once a season. But that's a lot more of all these other levels of crystals, and a lot more competition for us to watch. It basically gives the people who want to compete more of an opportunity to get higher up the tournament charts in a shorter amount of time, and to compete more against high level opponents on a much more frequent opportunity than once a month. So like, this is good. This is huge. Like, if you can get to have level 6s and 7s on this level of frequency, that'll be really good for the high level 5v5 player. Bringing level 8s to once a month. I haven't seen a level 8 yet.
And this whole thing has been out for 3 months. Yeah, I mean,
I haven't seen one yet. You're right. Yeah. So we will get to see one this weekend for the very first time. To see them 3 times should be good. I'm looking forward to that. This will give us an opportunity to cover a lot more crystals, a lot more in depth, and hopefully make them more enjoyable to watch, because I feel like part of the reason they're not really great entertainment is because you can never become attached to a team that you get to watch fight once a month. You get to watch them fight, 3-4 times a month, once a week or something like that. That's something that can build a little bit more fandom and a little bit more following, and actually make these people seem like they're actually doing something really competitive and interesting. I'm really hoping that people will enjoy this.
Me too. Again, these detailed changes are on the forums. This one is in developer statement section. The other one for the Season 9 schedule is in the news and announcements. Look for Prince Caspian or Retroman. Most of the questions you should have should be answered in that very long read, but very recommended read. One final thing I wanted to mention before we end is that there are a few adjustments to the penalties, right, for having huge alliances. So if you have 10 territories, the increase starts at 3% for the penalties. The energy siphon energy drain, it goes up every territory by 3%. The fame and silver penalty starts at 20 territories and increases by 1% every territory. And the rank thresholds for crystal, gold, silver have also been moved up a little bit. Crystal now will be at 240k, gold will be at 75, silver at 20, and bronze will move to 5.
Oh. I didn't even get to see these changes yet, but we're just pulling out more notes out of anywhere. Oh my god.
Well, it's at the very bottom of the thread.
Wow.
Maybe you're just like too enamored with the new schedule and you just stop reading after going to that one, I guess.
Well, yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah, well, you can see the schedule there. You can find all the details, all the things that you have questions about in that. You can look at the mobile thread. We didn't have so much news for a long time. I was getting worried, sir. But now it's all there, all out. Patch 10, one of the best patches so far.
Yeah, patch 10. Really getting you prepared for the end of season. But Bogul, I'm going to tell you, I'm really looking forward to patch 11. I've watched this mobile thing grow from a little itty bitty tablet thing to something that looks absolutely awesome. And I'm really looking forward to seeing 11 go live. Next season's going to be awesome. This season has been a lot of fun, but I want it to be more competitive. I feel like if you look at how do I say it? Like the top places have just been a mess. I don't even like looking at it. I really am looking forward to Squawk breaking up and maybe competing against each other for a change, other than Shiro. I don't know what's going on with Shiro. It's so interesting.
We might have to do another interview. I mean, we're still trying to get this Russian interview, right? We're trying to get the interview with somebody from RUCOM, the Russian community. Again, the call, if you know somebody who wants to do an interview and talk about that Russian Empire thing, get in touch. We'd love to have you. Because I see this as one of the potential power blocks next season. But if that all goes to PoE, I'm worried.
Yeah, that won't be good. I'm not a huge fan of rental empires, and they have a history of doing that.
Did you see the
I like
thread?
that they get action every day, but I don't like rent.
Did you see the Reddit thing? There's a Discord now where you can go and rent territory straight from PoE. Let's see if I can find this. I can't find it right now, but it's basically here, join this thing, you pay us money, and then you can be in the zone. You have mining rights depending on what you pay, and it's pretty steep. It's a pretty steep price.
Isn't it 1 to 5 mil?
I think the one I saw on the Discord was for shared mining rights is 500k a day, and the one for exclusive mining rights and the zone is like a tier 6 zone or something is 1.5 a day.
1.5 for a T6. Okay. All right. Interesting. Good luck with that. All right, server. Good luck with that. All right. On that note, I'm going to pull my very last raffle of the day, and we're going to head out of here, and we will be back again tomorrow with the ZVZ show at 15 of 18 UTC, around 18 UTC, somewhere in that neighborhood, depending on when the action kicks off tomorrow, and back again with the AO Daily Show. Oof, Bogul. This is going to be a long week.
I'm looking forward to it. Do you want to do a shout out before we go out?
Oh, yeah, let's do those shout outs.
Let's see.
You got 9 of them. Oh my God.
I have 11. What kind of shout outs do you have?
I have 12 now.
Okay, good. I was worried you have a different Twitch channel.
LEQPDB. By the way, market price manipulators. BW market price manipulators. What does that mean?
Bridgewatch market price?
Oh, okay, maybe. All right. Shout out. Red Relief. Hype for a new guild, Mystical Rogues. Ooh, hype for that new guild, Mystical Rogues. Ooh, interesting, yeah.
Because... Wait, what? Did I spell it wrong?
What?
I think I spelled it wrong.
Oh. I can't get it back, Bobo.
There we go.
I clicked the accept button. All right. Lord Varys. Shout out to myself because I'm a cute boy. I think that's the wrong Lord Varys. Because it's got 2 S's. Eggs on Fang. Brave Newbie is recruiting. We're 100% focused on improving your new player experience. Enjoy expert mentorship. Free 4.1 gear, 0% tax, no obligations. Learn more at newbiealliance.com. Oh, Red Relief, Mystical Rogues are recruiting. Just in case you got it wrong the first time, Bogle, it's here again.
I found it.
Mystical Rogues are recruiting. Eggs on Fang. Reminder, wash your damn hands. Like for 2 renditions of Happy Birthday. Now, I cannot sing Happy Birthday on the air, as I believe it would get me muted. I don't even think I can do a single line from it. Those people are crazy. Vandalas. Could a pandemic event possibly happen in the game? No, not likely. I think that would be poor taste. Hooney Boy. Do you know what his shout out is?
Shozen.
You're right. Red Relief. Mystical rogues are recruiting. Master Flow. You rang?
What's with that alliance? We've been talking about them all season.
Well, we should get him to contact us on Discord because, you know,
I have some guy who keeps on sending me contact information for Rang, right? And he's like, listen, you just message him. I know sometimes he responds slowly. Sometimes he doesn't respond, but keep on messaging him. And now he went to the next step. We're just giving me alternate contact information. So I hope we have somebody from Rang soon.
Oh my God. Here we go. Albion News 24. Don't get extorted by rental schemes. Newbie is open recruiting, free gears, special interest groups for all types of gameplay from ZVZ, HCE, and of course, ganking. www.newbiealliance.com for our Discord information, as well as more information on the Alliance/Guild. What is your fun per hour? Eggs on Fang. E-renting is a sin, worse than e-dating. Fun Stealer. Start watching 21 UTC. That is where the real content and ZVZ show is, all in caps, just so you guys know. He is really adamant that we start doing some 21 UTC. Bogul, do you want to do some 21 UTC? Jord was taken, says, fuck Poe. I don't know if I'm supposed to read those out. Uh-oh. Ninja_gaming. Mystical Rogues, #1. We're also recruiting. I think that's what the smiley face made by a P with the winky eye means, right? That's a raspberry, right? That's when you just go.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. All right. On that note, Bogul, is there anything else we have to do before we head out of here? Should we tell them what time the shows are this weekend, just to remind them once again when they can watch those amazing Crystal League matches at 15 and 22 UTC on Saturday? 15 and 22. I believe I said the wrong time earlier. I think I said 20 UTC at one point. No, it's 15 and 22 on Saturday and 19 and 20 on Sunday. 15 and 22. 15, 22.
Yes, we will be here with Lupac. We'll be covering the highest leagues of the Crystal. We'll be watching some teams getting dumpstered. We'll hopefully not see some teams deciding to put down their weapons and taking the money.
But Bogul, so we're covering 22 UTC, right?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Fun Stealer just said follow our NA 21 UTC ZVZs. I say I'm covering 22 UTC crystals. He says you're only covering EU crystals. You're not covering any NA crystals because we're not covering the 3 UTC time slot. Is that, or no, 5? It's 5 UTC. We're not doing 5 UTC. Bogul, what time is 5 UTC for you?
7 a.m.
All right. Do you know what time that is for me? It's 1. Yeah, 5 UTC is SEA is what it is. It's SEA Fun Stealer. SEA time slot right there. I'm not doing it.
I mean, Fun Stealer, if you want to hop on the show and do some live
actually,
casting.
I could probably set that up. I could set up Fun Stealer doing an NA cast. There you go.
We can, how about we put a mic in front of Fun Stealer and just say go and see how it goes. Chat likes it.
Chat's up for it. All right. It's gonna happen right after the Elsa interview.
Let Voltel host. No.
Oh man. Yeah, if Fun Stealer was on, we would get in trouble. We'd have to change it to a mature stream for sure. All right. Thank you guys for watching. We will be back again tomorrow with ZVZ Action and the AO Daily Show. It's been a blast as always. We will be back again on Friday as well with a newbie onboarding show, followed by the AO Daily Show, because we won't be having a ZVZ show on Friday, will we?
No, we didn't.
No, we won't. Yeah, we did one on Monday. All right. Thank you guys for watching. We will be back again soon. You guys are the best. We're out.
Bye.